Yes, sir. Boys and girls, everybody out there, man. Welcome. Welcome to the big broadcast, y'all. The big broadcast, man. Your host with the most, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. And if even if you are tapping in whatever podcasts and platforms or live streaming platforms you on, I want y'all to smash that like button, man. I want y'all to get abusive on that like button. I'm going to like my own ish right now. And if you're listening on the podcasting platform, it's very, very simple, extremely simple. I want y'all, very simply, you know what I mean, to give your boy 5 stars. So I'm putting it right here. Like the video on the stream, man. Like the video on the stream. Like the video. Best way to support your boy. Best way to support your boy. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go, man. Best way to support the homie is liking the stream. 5 star on other podcasting platforms, wherever you pod. Wherever you pod. I'm gonna give you a few seconds to get on that, man. I'm giving y'all like 5 to 6 seconds to get on that. Giving you that. I hope y'all did your part. I hope you did your part. Let's start off with some music, man. Before we get into it, we're gonna have fun tonight, man. Like the streamers, y'all come in, man. Peep the comments. Let's go. Let's get it. Perfectly clear. Fair use, of course. Fair use, fair use. I don't own this content. This belongs to whichever label it belongs to. We vibing. We vibing. We vibing. We're gonna get to the topic soon. But we need 3 songs to get. We gotta warm up. We gotta warm up. We're gonna warm up then. Hey man. Oh, classic. But we gotta go with some new school. Let's go a little bit of new school too, man. Let's go. Let's go. Please don't do the most, babe. And if you just came in, I appreciate if you wipe your feet at the door. And when I say that, that means that I want you to like the stream, like the video. And if you are listening on podcasts and platforms, it's very simple. 5 star, 5 star, 5 star. Your boy. Let's go. Let's go. And even with that, I want to do a cheers to y'all. Cheers to y'all for tuning in and rocking with your boy Saturday night stream SNN. SNS, my bad. Let's go. Mm. Of course, it's lagging, acting weird, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Please don't do the most right now. In fact, let's get it right. Let's get it right. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. They're trying to stop us from having fun. I don't know if the labels here we're having fun. What are they hating on the boy? Are they hating on us? By the way, I want to preface this by saying that the Eternal Take album is kind of cheeks. When I say cheeks, I mean it's not good. And when I say not good, it means that it's disappointing. Why? Because the first Eternal Take was amazing. One of the best albums I've ever heard. This was not that good, but I love this song. Let's go. I'm gonna say this. This is a song that a lot of people kind of slept on the Eternal Take. I loved it. I loved it, y'all. Let's go. It's on to getting back to it, and I'm getting back to it. Mhm. I don't get there. Almost. Mr. With your head. Mr. With your head. Mr. With your head. Mm. No, no. Hallelujah. No one knows about it. No. Mr. With your head. I can go out, you. I don't really care. I'm done. Look at not fun. It's so emotional about it. I'm done. Everything I said, nothing with your head. Nothing with your head. Everything I said, nothing with your head. Nothing with your head. Nothing with your head. Mhm. Mm. Mm. Oh, I got. I love this song. I love this song, but I gotta go to my this song. Yeah, it's like crack cocaine to me, man. This is the last song we're gonna play before we get to the topics, man. We have to do this, man. Shout out to Rack Baby. I think this is like a this is a leak. I don't think it's a full. Wow, I was muted. I was muted. Sorry. I was saying I love that rack, baby. Rich as hell. I might play it a third time, yo. I'm gonna do it. I'm playing. I'm running it back a third time before we get to what we gotta get to. Let's go. Get into the everything. We gotta play this track, man. Rest in peace to one of the goats. The goat is Biggie Smalls. But shout out. By the way, this track relates to what we're gonna talk about. So if you rock with Pac, get in the chat, say I love Tupac, and we're gonna get it, man. Because sometimes the more things change, the more they stay the same. That's a theme that we're gonna talk about today. You feel me? And like I said, if you're new here, you better smash that like button. Show your boy some respect. Show your boy some love. That's what we doing here. Saturday night, we sipping on some. We sipping on some. And I have this thing that I do. If you would like to support, you know what I mean, feel free to link in bio. There should be a PayPal link. If there's not, send a super chat. I would appreciate it. Any support is appreciated, right? Because I'm a content creator. I do this for fun, but I wouldn't mind some money. I wouldn't mind some compensation if you feeling generous enough and you feeling it enough. That's the facts. You know what I mean? I'm here to entertain, give y'all some knowledge, and give y'all maybe a perspective that you haven't seen before. You know what I mean? I'm not special. You're special. You people out there who are willing to come and watch me, you're special. culture revolting against it. This is the first time I'm viewing some of these videos. So y'all rock with me. Let's go.
I want to say a word about Kamala Harris, the vice president, because she really put herself out there over the past few months at great risk and peril to herself.
And by the way, if you've been watching the streams and listening to my podcast, I called this a while ago. The only thing I didn't call was such a
flawless. Now, here's
when propaganda goes wrong.
Now, here is Joy Reid making the case. She's making the case. She's gonna bolster the argument that Kamala Harris had a perfect campaign. Let's watch.
And I think it's important to say that, anyone who has experienced or been in the United States for any period of time and experienced this country's history and knows it cannot have believed that it would be easy to elect a woman president, let alone a woman of color. Let's just be clear. And nothing that was true yesterday about how flawlessly this campaign was run is not true now. I mean, this really was an historic, flawlessly run campaign. Queen Latifah never endorses anyone. She came out and endorsed. She had every prominent celebrity voice.
That's the problem, y'all. That's the MFing problem. The problem is these people are endorsed by y'all, man. Queen Latifah, y'all think that I'm really thinking about Queen Latifah when my bills are crazy. Y'all thinking I'm thinking about Queen Latifah when my life is going wild. I'm talking and I'm thinking in the mind frame of an American right now. Do you understand how much Americans are struggling right now? The economy has been terrible for them for the past 2 years, and they have nobody to blame but not only Joe Biden, but just the overall feeling of angst and anger and disrespect coming from the left. And let me tell you something. Does the president have a massive effect in people's lives like that? No, absolutely not. He or she controls very limited parts of people's lives, daily lives. It's usually the state government and the municipal local government. Those two factors affect your life way more than whoever is in the presidency. And whoever is in the presidency, they're more of a figurehead more than an actual person who's doing anything. So for Kamala Harris to not reach to the people's emotional appeals is why she lost. She did not run a flawless campaign. I think the celebrities actually hurt her. Facts. Because people don't respect celebrities no more. Let's go. Let's go. They don't. People generally don't, man.
But never endorses anyone. She came out and endorsed. She had every prominent. celebrity voice. She had the Taylor Swift, she had the Swifties, she had the Beehive. Like, you could not have run a better campaign in that short period of time. And I think that's still true.
They're so out of touch, y'all. They are so out of touch. That's why Shank was laughing and Anna was making that face. They're out of touch because they don't know real people. That's the problem with the Democratic Party in America, and that's the problem with the left in Canada. People who are left wing are so detached, especially in this day and age, from real people that they say dumb, out of pocket ish like that because they don't understand how people feel. They think when you see a celebrity, that person is better, that person is smarter. Celebrities are stupid as hell. When they see Meg the Stallion, Glorilla twerking on the stage, they don't think that that's a smart person, y'all. They don't think that that's a person who's actually has wisdom to help us pick a leader of the strongest nation in the world. Do you want your leader of your nation inviting women to twerk on his or her stage? Do you want Cardi B being an endorsement for you as a leader of the most powerful planet in the world? Talking about abortion 24/7. Is that a winning ticket? We've seen it. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Okay, but like, Cenk, Queen
By the way, shout out to Shank and shout out to Anna Kasparians. They're liberals. They're progressives. They're more left wing than me. They go deep to the left. Even they know this ish is goofy. Let's go.
Latifah.
Oh my God, you got Queen Latifah?
Queen Latifah.
Okay, thank God we're going to be in the White House. I wonder who her cabinet is going to be because she ran a flawless campaign. She said you couldn't have done it any better. She lost.
I low key feel bad for Kamala Harris because she had to deal with idiots telling her what to do and running the campaign. Kind of sad.
You don't think you could run a campaign any better than losing?
She was.
That's amazing. She lost the popular vote. Okay.
Liberals never lose the popular vote. That's the crazy part. The Dems don't.
Jesus Christ, what kind of alternate reality do they live in?
Kamala Harris ran on the message of saving democracy as she was campaigning alongside a neoconservative.
By the way, send that super chat if you rock with me, man.
Conservative like Liz Cheney, who ran interference.
By the way, shout out to my dog Daniel in the chat, man. Salute to you. What's good? What's good? We talking politics, man, and then we're gonna talk about hip hop on the back end. Crazy times, brother. Crazy times. Appreciate you for coming in the chat. Much love, brother.
Provided cover for the Bush administration.
By the way, cheers to you, bro. Cheers, cheers, cheers. And by the way, what Anna is saying is correct, right? Liz Cheney is a neocon. What is a neocon? It's a neoconservative, right? A neoconservative is somebody who pushes war and propaganda,
which violated our
she'll go deep into
constitutional rights and suspended habeas corpus. Just something to keep in mind. But she was a perfect candidate, Cenk. Perfect candidate. It's just that she was a black woman. And no country would ever elect a black woman, or the United States, of course, because we're just inherently a racist, terrible country, of course. And we would never elect someone named Barack Hussein Obama, who's also black, except we did twice. So,
and he polled at 83% popularity after his first victory. So this apparently in this country that is so racist that they would never elect a black woman had a black president at 83% approval.
Exactly.
Okay, but no, it's not the fault of your beloved Democratic politicians. Never that.
Guys, I just, look, this is something that I like to do time to time, just to make sure that I'm not going crazy. Because if you look at,
I just want to remind y'all two things. One, Barack Obama is a mixed race male. All right, he's equally white and equally black. In the United States, when you're mixed race, you're perceived as black. But let me tell you something. Barack Obama is mixed race. That's the proper qualification from him. I cringe when people say he's black. He's mixed race. Would he identify better with black people? Would he be more accepted within black circles? Absolutely. Why? I don't know. It's just how life is. Black people are also very accepting. That's one of our biggest, dubs, best things, but that's also one of our biggest issues is that we're too accepting of disrespect. And that's the problem that I saw with I looked at the demographics that voted Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump, right? Did you know that black women voted for Kamala Harris at a 90 percentile clip? Black men at about 80 some percent, at least from some of the stats that came out so far. And looking at the stats that came up so far, black people with our loyalty and our level of acceptance of the BS, of the nonsense, from not only the Democratic Party, but from the left. And when I say the left, I'm talking about even the left in Canada. We accept pennies and disrespect. Let me bring that back to Obama because Obama did very little for black Americans. Most of my audience is American. I know what it is. Like the stream, y'all come in. Shout out to my boy Daniel in the chat. Most Americans, black Americans, didn't get a damn thing from Barack Obama. Barack Obama did more for gay people than black people. These are facts. So the symbolic thing where you have to vote for somebody because they look like you or they similar to you is so dumb. I hate it. But this is a society win. Let's go.
Obama's campaign speeches. You can juxtapose campaign Obama to President Obama because when he was in campaign mode, he got it. Like he understood.
He was a great politician as a campaigner. That's a skill. Campaigning is a skill.
What kind of messaging resonated with Americans, okay? He ran
Hope and change. He ran a fantastic campaign, both campaigns. The first one was better than the second one, but he was an amazing politician. I'll give Barack Obama that. And you know what? I think Barack is a cool guy in general, man. I just think that he was so focused on appealing to gay people and white people, he ignored the blacks. And he was a symbol, right? More than an actual effective politician. Let's go.
I would argue, I wouldn't say flawless, nothing is flawless, right? But as close to flawless of a campaign, especially in 2008, as you could possibly run. And it's because he had a message that resonated with the frustrations of the American people, right? The economic instability, we were in the financial collapse of 2008 at the time, the frustration over the wars abroad. I mean, campaign Obama was incredible, so incredible that it didn't matter what his name was, it didn't matter what his skin color was. What mattered was the substance of what he was saying. We didn't know what Kamala Harris really stood for. We didn't. Let's be real about that. And so that was a problem. To say that she ran a perfect campaign and then point to Queen Latifah endorsing her as evidence of a flawless campaign is delusional.
No, I'm never gonna forget that line. That's now instantly one of my favorite lines. It's like an ESPN classic. She ran a perfect campaign, she got Queen Latifah. What more could any candidate do? And then she added.
You see, what I like about the Young Turks is that even though they're left wing, they're not establishment left wing. So what does that mean? That means that they call out the establishment left wing. I'm non-establishment, bro. I don't like the establishment. I don't do that, right? Which would be ironic if y'all really knew to my personal information. But the fact remains, I do not respect establishment people, man. I don't. Whether that be left wing or right wing, I think that these people are so focused on their own plot, their own money, that they will look at reality in the face and lie to you. What am I talking about? They said she had a horrible campaign, meaning Kamala. They're saying she had a great campaign. What?
She had every prominent celebrity totally oblivious to the fact that nobody gives a goddamn about your stupid celebrities. You care about them because you're like, oh, celebrities, oh my God. You guys are so precious, right? But what does a guy who's a steel worker in Pennsylvania care about Queen Latifah or even Beyonce or whatever? So look, I don't mind the celebrity endorsements. Maybe they help around the edges. Maybe Taylor Swift got some younger voters in, although younger voters didn't show up to vote because they didn't get anything from the Democratic Party. They would have much preferred student debt relief than Queen Latifah or Beyonce, okay? But and it's not to say that there aren't some racists that voted against her because she's black, and there is some misogynists and sexists who voted against her because she's a woman. Of course there are, right? But was that the driving force in this election? No. The fact that they didn't deliver, and that they thought just getting a bunch of celebrities around themselves and having corporate CEOs sign a letter.
That's exactly what I'm saying, man. The Democrats, they got arrogant. So when I say that Donald Trump won, when I explain that his win was very easy to see, his win sparked controversy. That's a fact, but it was almost symbolic. That's why I named the title of the stream that before, because it's a symbol. It was a symbol to say, it was a bad signal saying we do not rock with the establishment. Like the stream as y'all come in, man. Like the stream, help me get the stream numbers up. It was basically saying a middle finger to the people who say you have to do this, you have to do that. That's what it was, y'all. It was a middle finger to the establishment. And now the establishment is trying to say how you should think or feel, man. That's dumb as hell. I don't respect it. Nobody respects it. And even these guys, the left wingers, don't respect it. Why? Because you can't tell people what to do, what to think, especially when you're in your ivory castle, meaning you are in a super privileged position. Let me tell you something, man. I'm not taking advice from a multi-millionaire about what to do politically for me. I will take advice from a multi-millionaire how to get some money. I could take that advice. But a lot of these people are so privileged and detached from real people who have real things going on. They have real bills. You have your car note, you have your insurance, you have your grocery bill, you have maybe some people you take care of. Let's say you have children. Let's say you have older parents. You have so many things. People don't give a F about celebrities, man. These celebrities are here to entertain us. But let me tell you something else. These celebrities are on that Diddy list, man. You think I'm playing? These celebrities are so disgusting, man. I tell you, they are more disgusting than you think. You think these people are not going to these people are not going to a Diddy party? Are you out of your damn mind? They're all at the Diddy parties. They're all at the freak offs. And when you saw Diddy come out with all them things in terms of when he got exposed, and he Diddy hasn't even been fully exposed. Let me tell you, look at these celebrities at the Diddy party, bro. Look at the they were part of the freak offs, people. You think you're gonna get political advice from the freak offs? Yeah, hey, this is gonna be controversial, but even he was at the you don't think Trump was at the freak offs? The only difference is Trump is very good at messaging, and he's trying to show y'all that he cares about the people. He's not entitled and arrogant as the other people. This is another freaky. I'm not even gonna cuss tonight. Freaky A ninja. That's what I'm gonna say. Russell Simmons, all kinds of allegations. All kinds. Al Sharpton, what are you doing here? I thought you were a minister pastor. You're at the Diddy party. Okay, let's go through this. Uh Jennifer Lopez, she dated the diddler. What was she doing? What was she doing? What was she doing? Supported Kamala Harris. Let's go back. Al Sharpton supported Kamala Harris. DiCaprio supported Kamala Harris. Freaky ninjas, man. And when I say ninjas, y'all know what that means. Look at these people, man. Degenerates, disgusting MFers. Let me tell you something, man. Diddy knows how to make music and he knows how to put records together. But am I going to a Diddy party? No. Am I gonna party with Diddy? No. Cat Williams told us, man. By the way, shout out to my boy Daniel in the chat, man. That's fact. Blue collar folks don't give a F about celebrities. Correct. And if you just do simple maths, there's more blue collar people, non woke, non-government people who are voting. These are the elites. By the way, shout out my dog Denzel. I rock with Denzel. Hopefully he wasn't at the freak off, so respectfully. But the diddler, man, let me tell you something, man. I want to show y'all some game, man. Let me put y'all on some game. There's a guy called Shaka Atmos, right? He is an intellectual speaker, and I'm gonna tell you this. He's a hotep. He's a hotep. I don't know what y'all think about hoteps, but irregardless of that, shout out to the hoteps. He said something that really impacted me, and let me tell you this. Why? Because I was watching his stream earlier with Hotep Jesus, and he said something about Diddy and these people, these type of peoples. These people are not gay or straight. I'm actually gonna put this a bit bigger, man. People like Diddy are not gay, they're not straight. You may be thinking, okay, they're bisexual. They're not bisexual either. Get in the chat. What do you think they is? When you see people like this, by the way, we're gonna get back to the video. When you see people like this, when you see British royalty, you see Kanye West here hanging out with Prince Charles and the other one, the redhead dude, the one who married the so-called black woman, the alleged black woman. When you see Diddy, when you see Uncle Rush, I believe I forgot his name. When you see this other white guy, the guy who was smashing on Pamela Anderson, when you see people like this at the Diddy party, what are they? They're not gay, they're not straight. Get in the chat. Get in the chat. What are they? They're not gay, they're not straight. Let's go. What are they? Even my boy LeBron. I love LeBron James, but he's probably one of these. Shout out LeBron, but he's definitely one of these type of sexuals. What are they? Get in the chat. Tell me. Guys like this, what are they? Mm. I'm giving y'all 5 seconds. I'm giving y'all five. I'm giving y'all five. Five to get. What do you think they are? They're not gay. They're not straight. You got 5 seconds. I shouldn't even be telling y'all this. And it's not my original idea. It's from Shaka Atmos. Y'all check out Shaka Atmos when you get the chance. Very wise brother. I'll give y'all 5 more seconds. Think about it. They're not gay. They're not straight. They're not bisexual. Which sexuality are they? Specifically, Diddy types. Yeah, 5 seconds left. They're power sexuals. Power sexuals. Get in the chat, type in power sexuals. Right? Capital P. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all could say pedophile. You could say that. Yeah. Yeah, because that is part of it. That's part of the Hollywood celebrity world. Not only is it part of it, but that's a major part of it. They are into that. But these people are power sexuals, man. All they want is to gain power. So when they sleep with men, right, it's not even about the pleasure, it's about overpowering that man. And by the way, it goes for both genders. You know what I mean? When these people sleep with people or play games with people, it's to have power and dominance over them, y'all. It's not even about the sexual pleasure. That's why they drug people, man. Because let me tell you something, man. If you want to have intercourse with somebody, you want to have sex with somebody, they have to be willing, y'all. They have to be absolutely willing and conscious of it. And then if they're not, then it becomes non-consensual. But let's say you and her are drunk. Okay, y'all, okay. It's still not, you know what I mean? But let's say you have to have complete and total consensual relations. You feel me? Both of y'all conscious of it. Both of y'all having fun. These type of peoples, the Diddy types, even the LeBron types, man. You know what I mean? All these types, y'all, they're freaky. Hey, they're freaky A ninjas, man. Hugh Hefner, same thing. These two are the same guys. One is black, the other one's white. That's why people don't respect celebrities no more, man. All them niggas was at the Diddy parties. All them niggas was turning up with Diddy. All them niggas wanted power. And it's not about the gender, it's about having power. So they are power sexuals, man. It's about the power. It's man, a hole is a hole to these people, man. And they have tapes of y'all to have control of y'all. Again, this was not my idea. This was not a concept I thought about. This was Shaka Atmos. I'm giving him the respect. I'm referring him because he's the one who explained it and described it. And it hit, it hit, man. It hit, no diddy. So when celebrities are endorsing somebody, it's doing the opposite effect. It's doing the people are repulsed and disgusted by them. So whenever they say that Kamala Harris ran a flawless campaign, people do not respect these Diddy file diddlers, man. They don't respect these guys. They look at them as degenerate, disgusting people. That's what they look at them as. And having Kamala Harris associate themselves with these freak, nasty MFers was not a good look. Let's go.
Saying she's great, and getting Dick Cheney and Liz Cheney to say how wonderful they were, and raising $1 billion meant that you ran a perfect campaign. Those are not the ends; those are the means, and they're not even the correct means. But they can't see straight. To be fair, I was going to say it at MSNBC, but I don't know if I'm over extrapolating. But when Joy Reid said the Queen Latifah line, it looked like Chris Hayes went like,
Can we watch it again?
Yeah, or when she said she ran a flawless campaign. Let's rewatch it. I'm curious to see if I'm right about that or not.
And I think it's important to say that, anyone who has experienced or been in the United States for any period of time and experienced this country's history and knows it cannot have believed that it would be easy to elect a woman president, let alone a woman of color. Let's just be clear. And nothing that was true yesterday about how flawlessly this campaign was run is not true now. I mean, this really was an historic, flawlessly run campaign. Queen Latifah never endorses anyone. She came out and endorsed. She had every prominent.
That was amazing. You're right. You're right.
When she said flawless the second, he was like, okay, and then she said Queen Latifah, and it was like, but you know what? On MSNBC, you're not allowed to correct her. You're not allowed to say, Joy, what the hell are you talking about, right?
I mean, certainly.
And that's another problem, man. A lot of people have been deluded into thinking the black woman is always right, the black woman is God, and you can't defy her, or you can't say anything against a woman. Absolutely, you can. Absolutely, you can. You have every right to. Now, do you have to maybe watch your tone and how you're doing it? Of course, but at the same time, you have to say the truth. When they heard that BS, instead of the men, and I'm saying specifically the men, instead of the men combating the nonsense, they just went along with it. They just went along with it. And that's my problem sometimes, man. So my problem sometimes is that I'm not the type of guy to get along with it. I'm not the type of individual who's gonna be going along to get along, man. And I think that's some of the weakest things that's ever happened in society. Guys who are willing to get along and go along with it. No. You have to be the type of individual who's willing to not only say no, but you have to be willing to say, I don't agree, and stop it. When people are saying nonsense or BS, you have to be this type of person who says, nah, I don't rock with that. I'm not going. Like the weakness in people, man. It's a weakness. It's because we've been all socialized to go along with it. I'm not going, man. And it don't matter if it's a black woman, white woman, black man. No, man. Some things when I see some BS, I'm not going. Shout out to my boy Daniel in the chat. Bro, black women have tearing black men on Twitter hard. Of course they are. Of course. They're going off on black men. The problem is they should go off on Latino men and white women because those are the two demographics that gave Trump the presidency. But they're gonna blame the black man. Man, this stream is gonna be epic, brother. I got some ish to show you. Let's go.
She got more white votes. Kamala Harris got more white votes than Obama did. She lost the majority of Latino men, She lost 20% of black men. It was minorities. And it's not, and look, we never play that MSNBC game of blame the voters.
Right.
No, we're saying that you didn't deliver for those folks.
Exactly, yes.
And the reason
And there's a reason that black voters and Latino voters, they said, nah, you're not doing nothing. You're just talking. You're a yapper.
But was that the driving force? Student debt relief, then Queen Latifah or Beyonce, okay? But and it's not to say that there aren't some racists that voted against her because she's black, and there is some.
I will say this: yes, there are some people who didn't vote for her because she's black and she's a woman. I'm not denying that. That's horrible. I don't salute that. But was that the determining factor as to why she lost? Absolutely not. And for y'all to think that, you means that you are so dumb and out of touch. You're on something else, man. She lost because black people, specifically black men, Hispanic men, were not convinced of her being the type of leader to enact change. And they were doing a protest vote from the Joe Biden administration, man. Trump was, even before Kamala Harris came in, Trump was a favorite to win. The polls were skewed. The media, or quote unquote media, was biased. They were not going to show the truth, right? But when you believe the media and when you believe biased reporting and you're not on the ground talking to people, you're going to believe that this was going to be close. No, bro, it was going to be a blowout from the beginning, even before Kamala Harris pulled up. Black men, for the most part, are going to vote Democrat and left wing. It's stupid. I hate it, but they're going to do it. Why? Because their mama did it. Because their auntie did it. They're not going to think for themselves. Anyways, man, let's go.
Misogynists and sexists who voted against her because she's a woman? Of course there are, right? But was that the driving force in this election? No, the fact that they didn't deliver and that they thought just getting a bunch of celebrities around themselves and having corporate CEOs.
They thought black men and Latino men and all men were stupid. Oh, y'all, we just gonna put celebrities and women twerking, and then that's all we need for your vote. What? They thought we were stupid. They thought we're dumb as hell. I don't blame them because black men still voted 80% for her. It is what it is. Let's go. They thought white women's were riding with them. Yes, facts. They'll go for Black D before even thinking about aligning with him. Facts. Yo, my boy Daniel cooking with fish grease. That's my dog. Let's go.
Signed a letter saying she's great, and getting Dick Cheney and Liz Cheney to say how wonderful they were, and raising $1 billion meant that you ran a perfect campaign. Those are not the ends; those are the means, and they're not even the correct means. But they can't see straight. To be fair, I was going to say it at MSNBC, but I don't know if I'm over extrapolating. But when Joy Reid said the Queen Latifah line, it looked like Chris Hayes went like,
okay. Can we watch it?
Let alone a woman of color. Let's just be clear. And nothing that was true yesterday about how flawlessly this campaign.
By the way, my problem is like, okay, I got respect for my black lady right here having, natural hair, respect. But baby girl, the blonde though, the blonde though, just go natural, baby. You don't need to go blonde. I've always had a problem with black people dyeing their hair blonde or green or blue or any type. I always had a problem with that. That's just a me thing. But I'm like, baby, why you doing that? And also, why you saying the dumb ish? Like, between the dumb ish and the blonde hair is messing me up.
Was run is not true now. I mean, this really was an historic, flawlessly run campaign. She had.
See the bullshit, So I'm trying not to cuss the BS, and nobody's checking.
Queen Latifah never endorses anyone. She came out and endorsed. I mean,
Like they're literally laughing it up instead of checking the nonsense. Crazy.
She had every prominent.
That was amazing. You're right. You're right.
When she said flawless the second, he's like, okay, and then she said Queen Latifah, and it was like, but you know what? On MSNBC.
See, when you get smoked the hell out and you think you're good, like that's a problem.
You're not allowed to correct her. You're not allowed to say, Joy, what the hell are you talking about, right?
I mean, certainly.
She got more white votes. Kamala Harris got more white votes than Obama did. She lost the majority of Latino men. She lost 20% of black men. It was minorities. And it's not, and look, we never play that MSNBC game of blame the voters.
Right.
No, we're saying that you didn't deliver for those folks.
Exactly, yes.
And the reason young people didn't show up in the numbers that you expected and other folks didn't show up isn't because they're in a particular demographic. It's because they're normal human beings that care about their wages, that care about the debt that they have, they care about housing prices, etc. And when you look, in the beginning, Kamala Harris was running a good campaign. Not flawless, but good. She was talking about housing prices. She was talking about price gouging. She picked Tim Walz. Amazing.
Well, the fine.
No, I disagree. I disagree with Chanka right here, where he says that she was running a flawless campaign or a great campaign. No, she was not. From the very beginning, she was cooked. There was only one way that there was one path that she could have had in order to win, and that she had to double and triple down on white women. And I think that's a losing battle. Why? Because she's going against a white man who's already been president before and has actually delivered to a certain degree to what the grievances of white people are. So she was fighting a losing battle. Whatever she did, I think she was going to take a L. There was only one white woman was one path, but then the other path, which I think would have been a lot more risky, is if she doubled down on black women and men. If she doubled down on black women and men and got more than 20, like if she erased that 20% from Trump, and made it, let's say Trump only got 10%, she would win. She would absolutely win. Right? But the easiest path was white women. That's why she talked about abortion a lot. We gonna talk. We it's Saturday night, right? We can talk, right? We can talk? Let's go then.
Right?
Cenk is wrong, by the way, when he says that she started a great campaign. No, the media marketed her great. She had a great marketing from the media. Don't mean the people actually rocked with her. They were marketed to. She was not doing media. She was not talking out there. This is why Trump's win is controversial. It's controversial because any aspects of what people thought was not happening.
I mean, certainly.
She got more white votes. Kamala Harris got more white votes than Obama did. She lost the majority of Latino men. She lost 20% of black men. It was minorities. And it's not, and look, we never play that MSNBC game of blame the voters.
Right.
No, we're saying that you didn't deliver for those folks.
Exactly, yes.
And the reason young people didn't show up in the numbers that you expected and other folks.
You didn't talk or deliver to the voters. Exactly. You didn't go out of your way to get, you went out of your way for celebrities and money.
Didn't show up isn't because they're in a particular demographic. It's because they're normal human beings that care about their wages, that care about the debt that they have, they care about housing prices, etc. And when you look, in the beginning, Kamala Harris was running a good campaign. Not flawless, but good. She was talking about housing prices. She was talking about price gouging. She picked Tim Walz. People really liked that. She surged. She was up 5-6 points in the polls. By the end, she was tied in the polls. And as I told you a million times, if you're tied in a national poll, and a Democrat, you can't win the Electoral College. And that's exactly what happened.
I want
to see when you're tied in the polls, that's exactly that. That's a great analysis by Cenk Uygur. Anytime I saw that the polls were close or tied between Trump, it made me think that Trump is gonna overwin. Why? I'm gonna use my logic. Anytime that polls were being made and scheduled, it was with people who were answering phone calls or emails, mostly phone calls, right? When people answer phone calls, they're usually the type of people who are not so much working class. What is a working class voter? Let's say you work in construction, right? You're a blue collar guy. Let's say you work in electrician, right? Let's say you work in plumber, all that, right? Let's say you work in a garbage truck, right? Let's say you work in all those jobs. Are you gonna pick up from a national survey, bro? A national survey is going to call you. We would like to have 5 minutes of your time. Will you be willing to answer 3 questions? And man, you hanging that it's up. You hanging it up. So the type of person who's going to answer a survey is usually, for the most part, at least how I perceive it, more on the left-leaning side, college educated side. Now think about it like this: college educated people represent about 30% of the American public, of the adult public. About 30%. So you have 70% who are one, usually not answer surveys, two, are not going to say that they rock with Trump. Some people lied on surveys. So these people who are conducting these polls, which by the way, I'm gonna say this. I'm not saying the polling is useless or is dumb. My thing is I would more so do like if I was to do research on people, I would do like a study session or like a session with talking in a group. I forget what that's called. I'm blanking out right now, but irregardless of that, you cannot trust polling. So whenever the polls were showing Kamala Harris was neck and neck or close, I knew that Trump was ahead. I knew it. The only way you can trust a poll for the left wing side is if the left wing person is winning by damn near 6 points. And even with that, they could still lose. Meaning that at certain points, Hillary Clinton was beating Trump by 9 points, meaning nine more percentages than him. What happened in 2016? Trump won. Why did Trump won? Trump won because he got the white vote to come to him. Why? Because Donald Trump talks to working class white people who are not picking up to answer polls and surveys, y'all. It is what it is. I knew Kamala was going to lose. I knew it. And if you've been watching my channel, and if you've been subscribing, and if you've been smashing the like button, if you've been sending super chats, you knew this. I called this early as hell. I'm proud of it. I don't care. I'm proud of it. I called it early as hell.
End with one more video because the blame game, it has already started. There's a lot of blame toward Latinos, a lot of blame toward white women because of course white women, the bane of this country's existence. I mean, the biggest enemy.
Yeah, white women are kind of whack. It is what it is.
But looks like the Harris campaign is blaming Biden.
By the way, shout out to Daniel for saying this. This is kind of facts. They thought white women was riding with them. They'll go for the black D facts before even thinking of aligning with them. Of course. Let me tell you this. Have you met like a racist white girl? Racist white girls will smash on a nigga. They'll smash on a nigga, but then they'll still be racist. Or not even, but they'll still align with what they align with. She just smashed you. Doesn't mean that she aligns with, you know what I mean? She's still gonna be aligned to her interest, bro. Look at Anna right there. Anna will she'll swap she'll send a tour on the man's, you know what I mean? But she's after that she's gonna go home and do what she has to do. It is what it is, man. Watch this clip. I'm gonna be right back.
Biden as well. Let's take a look.
Obviously, there's going to be a lot of soul searching and asking a lot of questions in the coming hours and days about what, if anything, could Democrats and the Harris campaign have done differently. One thing that we are clearly already starting to see take place is finger pointing and the blame game. And a lot of that is going to be directed at President Biden. And this is even coming from some folks inside of the Harris campaign. One senior official I just talked to said Biden will hold a lot of blame for it. And frankly, they said he should. When his performance completely blew up at the CNN debate over the summer, he had no choice, ultimately was forced to get out of the race. And that's why we ended up having this very truncated Kamala Harris campaign in the first place. And Democrats are looking back on all of this and thinking, what about that parallel universe where Joe Biden had not sought a second term and there had been a full Democratic primary contest where the party actually chose whoever they thought was going to be the strongest person to run a full campaign.
Yeah, in a democratic process, we should have had the option of choosing who the best candidate is through some sort of primary process, and Biden should not have run for a second term. I totally agree with that criticism. I don't think that that's inaccurate criticism at all, but he was selfish and had to be forced out, and he was forced out when it was too late. We didn't have a primary process. She was anointed the Democratic candidate.
Yeah, but for all the Biden.
You see, I like this honest analysis, and I'm gonna give this credit to Shank Uger and Anna Kasparian. They called this very early. I called it too. They called it. They said they needed some kind of democratic process, and Biden had to get the hell out because Biden cost Kamala the ticket. So Donald Trump was gift wrapped this win because Biden was so trash for so long that it was gift wrapped for Shorty, not Shorty, that dude, meaning Donald Trump. Shank Uger been calling it, and that's why I respect him, because even though he's a left wing guy, he called it so early and said, "Yo, get Biden out of here. Biden's gonna cost them." They happened too late, and because of the Democrats' arrogance, they lost. You lost. You lost, bro. You lost strategically. This is a game of chess. You lost strategically. It is
Shouldn't
what
have
it is.
done that, and we agree 100%. And there's misogyny in the world, of course, for all of the different factors that went into it. They're all making giant excuses for Democratic leadership because MSNBC does propaganda. These are the same people who told you that Joe Biden was young and dynamic
Propaganda facts.
and had no problems at all. And they said, we meet with him behind the scenes and he'll talk for 3 hours and be the most, and then he goes on and debates, says, we're gonna defeat.
Let me make this clear. I'm not smart, man. I'm not even American. I'm Canadian. But even I saw this.
Medicare, right? So they're literally lying on purpose. And here they are, they're running interference for Democratic politicians so you don't blame the person who actually ran the campaign and the consultants and the lobbyists who ran those campaigns because they're best friends with the people that work at MSNBC. There was no soul searching. All there was finger pointing. If they did soul searching, they'd figure out why they actually lost this race, which is that they did not appeal to the voters enough and they did not deliver enough for the voters. And instead, all they did was these semantics of Queen Latifah and we love celebrities and CEOs. That's why you should vote for us, which was the worst possible strategy.
Thanks for watching the video, guys.
Facts. Major fact. Shout out to TYT for saying that, man. That was honest. That was real. And that's, I used to be a big fan of TYT, but I stopped watching them because they went too left. And now I kind of rock with them now because they're being a lot more honest. Do they still irrationally hate on Trump? Yeah. But do they understand the reason Trump got elected? Yes, because they realize that their own party and their own establishment is halfway the reason they lost. Let me tell you something, man. Elections and campaigns are about strategy, bro. It's not about policy. It's not about truth. It's about strategy. And in some ways, it's about entertainment. Now, let me tell y'all something. Let's have some fun right now, Saturday night. I want us entertained. Are y'all ready to get entertained? Get in the chat. Tell me I'm ready to get entertained. Let's go, man.
Liberal women have once
Actually,
again.
you know what? You know what? F that. No, I have a better one. I have the let's get that out of there, man. Let's do something different. Let's do something like the stream as y'all come in. Like the stream, support your boy as I will show y'all something even better than that. Let's go.
More fun is happening. More.
And like I told you, I showed y'all the left wing position. I'll show y'all the right. This is what I do on my podcast and my shows. I give you guys something that you don't get anywhere else, which is balance. Balance. I balance the equation for y'all, man. You need this. That's why you should be sending me some super chats right now. Send your boy some money. Stop playing with your boy, man. I'm here on a Saturday night at 11:35 Eastern. I'm here giving you entertainment. I could have been doing all types of things on a Saturday night, but I chose to entertain you. Why did I choose to entertain you? Because I respect y'all and I love y'all. You better send that love back, man. You are not getting this type of commentary and content anywhere else on the internet, man. Anywhere else. I literally told you about power sexuals. What is a power sexual? A power sexual is somebody who is so interested in power that it dominates them. By the way, shout out to my dog Shaka Atmos because he's the one who said it, and I am somebody who's repeating it, but I'm repeating it because I respect Shaka Atmos, who said a power sexual. What is a power sexual? I want y'all to write power sexual in the chat. If y'all ain't sending me no money, or at least send me at least follow in the chat. Get in the chat. Get in the chat, man. Shout out to my boy Daniel. That's a real one. Get in the chat if you're not sending no money. But if you are sending money, link is in the bio down there. If you all want to super chat your boy to support me. I'm doing this at 11:36 p.m., man. I could be at the club, I could be at the bar, I could be anywhere else, East Coast time, but I'm here with y'all. Why? Because I love y'all, I appreciate y'all, and I think that y'all deserve good content. Let me say this. What is a power sexual? P. Diddy is a power sexual. That's a power sexual. Who's another power sexual? I'm going to give y'all somebody who is a power sexual from the female side. They don't discern between man and woman. They are only interested in power. This woman right here, power sexual. The only thing they're attracted to is power. That's it. That's all they care about. That's all they want. Power. Power. That's the only thing. That's why they're willing to be getting bought off. They're willing to do whatever they can do to attain, sustain, and stay close to power. Even being around perverts. Even around perverts. They'll smile and kiss perverts to get close to power. Right? They'll do free comps for power. Power sexuals. And these are the people that were supposedly supposed to give us guidance on who to elect or who to respect. These power sexuals will sleep with men, women, children, all types of people in order to sustain and maintain power. And it just doesn't go with the male side. There's also the female side. These are facts, y'all. And why do I bring this up? I bring this up because I want to show y'all the truth. You're not getting this truth anywhere else. Shout out to my dog. Like I said, Shaka Atmos gave me this idea and this concept, and I'm giving credit again. Y'all not getting this anywhere else on the internet, man. Smash that like button, man. Send me some money, man. I'm being real. Send your boy some money. Get in the super chats, man. Send your boy some money, man. Let's go, man. Let's go. And I'm bringing this up because when these idiots lose, and I mean it, when these idiots, and I fully mean it, when these idiots lose, I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. You know why I love it? Because it's exposing the hypocrisy of them. And I want to laugh and have fun. So when Trump won, I liked it.
Fun than is happening on The View.
Yeah, it was appointment viewing all week, actually.
Really was. More fun than is happening on The View.
Yeah, it was appointment viewing all week, actually.
Really was.
I actually had a lot of fun watching these clips.
I mean, it was the first time on Wednesday that I knew it was 11
I watched
o'clock.
a lot of Another Network. I needed to see. And The View
MSNBC.
delivered.
Yeah.
And The View delivered, though.
It did.
Yeah, The View did. They always do with their
bitterness and condescension, brought to you by Botox and Ozempic.
I know, it was so good. It was so. I saw that tweet. I said, I saw it and I almost retweeted you back. Best tweet ever from Will Cade.
I'll let you here just enjoy the Schadenfreude.
The way that the left speaks to its voters. It really is.
A message of joy and inclusiveness?
No, the message of not being educated, being dumb, and what's wrong with America. Who said that?
Sonny just did. What is wrong with
Joy.
America?
My point here is that
that's not what Kamala Harris said.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
My point is, I don't blame Joe Biden. I don't blame Kamala Harris. Go back as far as you want. I blame a message No, the message of not being educated, being dumb, and what's wrong with America. Who said that?
Sonny just did. What is wrong with
Joy,
America?
my point here is that
that's not what Kamala Harris said.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
My point is, I don't blame Joe Biden. I don't blame Kamala Harris. Go back as far as you want. I blame a messaging within the Democratic Party.
You don't blame the Republican
Party? Can I just
Party at
finish
all?
my point?
She's cooking with fish grease. Blonde white lady is cooking. Let's go.
I obviously have a problem. Anyone has a problem with Donald Trump. The bigger question should be, yes, Sonny, why did they vote for him?
Yes.
In sweeping.
So they need to be introspective.
No, let's be real. They voted for him because they saw that the other option was being garbage. See, it's the lesser of two evils, right? That's the logic. The logic is you have piss on this side and then you have poop on this side, right? So are you going to drink the pee, or are you going to eat the poop? Let me repeat. Are you going to drink the pee, or are you going to eat the poop? But here's the difference. Here's the difference, right? Let me tell you the difference. The poop has been pretending to be a chocolate cake when it's actually poop. But the pee, the urine, has been urine since day one. Right? No diddy. People watching on YouTube saw my choice. Podcasting platforms. Take a guess.
We need to be introspective. If we voted for Kamala Harris, we need to say what didn't resonate with the voters.
So good. No, the winners need to be introspective.
No, they need to be introspective.
I don't need to do anything.
You know,
so good.
I saw you like, speaking of tweets, I saw you like this one. I said, I'm headed to New York City. I can't wait to show up to my Upper West Side social engagements. I'm going to walk in and just pimp walk. So I was pimp walking into, some of these social engagements last night. And one of my buddies did go, at some point, do you ever look up and go, could I be wrong? Not me. Like the side that just got shellacked.
You said that to your friend?
No, he said.
And that's called humility, y'all. Humility is realizing when you're wrong. Humility is realizing what's going on and actually looking at yourself in the mirror and not assuming everybody else is wrong. Is actually when you have an ego and you're a maniac, you don't have that type of introspection. You don't have that type of thinking. So Trump's one was controversial to people who are egomaniacs. These are facts. By the way, right now, this is November 9th, right? About 4 days after the election. Look at the map. Look at the map. Look at the electoral map. Donald Trump won 312 electoral votes, bro. Kamala had 216. This is an absolute beatdown. It's a smoke show, man. Arizona, battleground state. Nevada, battleground state. Georgia, battleground state. Michigan, battleground state. Wisconsin, battleground state. Michigan, battleground state. Pennsylvania, battleground state. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think 7 would have been Virginia. I think Virginia was the other one. She won 1 out of 6. 1 out of 6. 1 out of 7. My mistake. 1 out of 7. Everything else got dominated. Alaska even. Who would have expected? Absolutely dominated. But it's everybody else's fault. Let's go. Let's go down. Crazy. Let's go.
His friends talking about the rest of the world, because people like Sonny Hostin have tripled down on
it's your fault.
You're sexist. America's misogynistic.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
America's
It's the patriarchy. It's misogyny. It's
just for a moment ago,
racism. Yeah.
Could it be me?
Yeah. No, it's a great question. You know what's happening here, guys? This meltdown is of course, they live in their Manhattan bubbles, all of them, even though it's a multiracial group of ladies right there, they live in this Manhattan bubble. And I'll tell you what it's indicative of. It's indicative of the fact that as much as, Democrats love their identity politics and their intersectionality.
See, the identity politics is only lean to stereotypes and assumptions. They don't think that you can have a different identity and think differently. Let me give you an example of this. You can be a black woman and be conservative and not be a liberal. That actually is more common than you think. You can be a Hispanic American and be conservative as well. That's actually more real because most Hispanics are Catholic. Now, there's history behind that. I'm talking about the colonizers and all these people, but you think Catholics are okay with abortion? No, they're not. No, they're not. You think Hispanics are a conservative culture or a liberal culture? Use your head right now. Are they more conservative or liberal? Think about it. Do you think they're more communist or capitalist? Think about it. Think about it. And while you're thinking, smash the like button. Send me some super chats, man. Send your boy some money. Let's go.
They're so tied to it because they've been able to control people through that politically and culturally, but it's all collapsing.
Unfortunately, what's happened with the left wing or the left is it's become so reserved. You see why I like the Young Turks? I like the Young Turks because they try to be a lot more open-minded, not only to the right wing, but just in general to what people are feeling, right? But the left wing, the View type of people, the MSNBC type of people, here in Canada, the CBC type of people, they want to put you in the box because they look at you as a stereotype and not an individual. These are facts. Let's go. Of course, it's lagging. Either way, I'll talk about it. The fact remains is that you as a human being are not an individual. Huh? You're more than a number. You're more than a demographic. You're a human being. So just because somebody thinks one way doesn't mean you are that way. Just because you have been perceived one way doesn't mean that you are. See, I was a little bit surprised by Hispanic voters, but then over time I realized why they would vote for Donald Trump. Hispanic voters voted for Donald Trump for two simple reasons. One, they are more traditional and conservative in nature, and Donald Trump pulled that out of them, meaning that he talked to them indirectly because what he was doing was casting a wide net. When you casting a wide net, that means you're willing to pick up a lot of people. When you're willing to pick up a lot of people, that means that you don't know which fish you're gonna get. The difference is that wide net attracted Spanish people, specifically Hispanic men, because they did not see a masculine presence from the Democratic Party. They did not see a traditional presence from the Democratic Party. They did not see a family religious context from the Democratic Party. And they saw that from Donald Trump. That's why they went for him.
Politically and culturally, but it's all collapsing and it's not working anymore. And everybody is so multiracial anyway. I mean, everyone's intermarrying, and the real indicators of who you're going to vote for and who you're loyal to is your race. I mean, it's not your race, it's your income level, it's your marital status, it's your religion. I mean, just look at us. I'm Hispanic, you guys are not. But we have a lot in common. We have a lot in common, and it's really about those other things.
That's what America used to be about, the common values that we shared. And then they put us in all these silos. Then the silos have collapsed.
Will looks surprised. He thinks he's. What do you think? You're Latino?
To your point, no. To
you
your
think
point,
you're Latino?
They're all on that table, and they're different, but they're all the same. They're just saying the other way.
See, exactly. They look different, but they're all the same in mentality and the way they look at life. That's the fact. The fact remains is it's about your mentality and how you look and your values. Your values are not automatically determined by your skin color or whatever's in between your legs.
And they're the same in that they look down their nose at America.
Look down their nose at America. That's an interesting case to say. I would say that they look down their nose
and
on
that's why
people
there's
who are
so
not
much
rich.
confusion, because when things collapse, you look around and you don't want to blame yourself. You want to say it's somebody else's fault. Well, no, maybe you have grown completely out of touch with the way average people live.
Yeah. They're snobs,
Yes.
you guys. Those ladies are snobs. Did you see the way Sunny talked about people who don't have college degrees? She called them the uneducated.
She's correct because people are sick and tired of being talked down to, man. People are sick and tired of being treated like second class people. Why? I'll help you know why. It's because we don't like disrespect. Nobody likes disrespect. And when you keep disrespecting people, guess what they're going to do? They're going to fight back. See, people like Sonny Hostin, people like, the Whoopi Goldbergs, people like Justin Trudeau, these are the arrogant, disgusting MFers that you're like, no, I'm done with you. You look down on me just because I have a different opinion. You putting labels on me just because I'm different. Let me tell you something, man. There's real racists out there. People are racist, pieces of trash. There's real sexists out there. There are all these people who are disgusting and vile exist. But in my experience as being a human being on this planet for 29 years, obviously I don't have as much experience as others. I'm going to tell you something. That is not the majority, though. It's not. In my experience, I don't think that's the majority. That is a very loud minority. Extremely loud minority, sorry. Right? And when you have that minority that seeps into your mind and makes you feel like they're the majority, you're losing. Let's go.
Uneducated women specifically. He said uneducated
white women. White women. Now they're dating white women again.
In condescension and
brains are broken. They're just broken.
Can I hit one last thing? They were saying Hispanics are misogynistic. Hispanic men are misogynistic.
Yeah.
Just for the record here, they're
Just like casually taking how offensive that is. Okay, so you're saying the people who voted for another person are misogynistic and sexist. That whole group. By the way, I just want to let you know that's disrespect. That's disrespect. Casual disrespect.
there have been 14 presidents who were females in Latin America. So I don't think Latin American culture.
And you know what's crazy? In Mexico, they elected a female president last year. I'm telling you right now, they elected a female president. They elected it. They elected her.
Is misogynist.
They're low-key more progressive than the United States because the United States have never had a female president. But Mexico has. What? And those are Hispanics. Oh, what? If they hated women that bad, why would they elect her? Great point.
Men are misogynistic.
Yeah.
Just for the record here, there have been 14 presidents who were females in Latin America. So I don't think Latin American culture is misogynistic. What it is they just are looking out to pay. How do I pay for my family? How do I support my family?
Men can be men and women can be women in a traditional sense. Right?
Yeah. Even
if that's misogynistic, then we got problems.
That's exactly right.
But is it?
I do want to say this really.
By the way, that's not misogynistic for saying that men are men and women are women. Sticking to traditional gender roles is not misogynistic. My thing is, why did they elect those 14, as the lady said, 14 female presidents, right, in Latin America? Very simple, because they probably had policies or ideas or concepts that were relatable not only to the men, but also to the women, all genders, the whole population. Kamala Harris, bad policies, bad ideas. I don't even think they were from her. In all honesty, I think they were from her party. These are facts. Let's hear that last part again. I kind of liked it. Let's go.
How do I pay for my family? How do I support my family?
Men can be men and women can be women in a traditional sense. Right?
Yeah. Even
if that's misogynistic, then we got problems.
That's exactly right.
But is it?
I do want to say this really quickly. We got to go, but this is fascinating. There are calls on the left for Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor to resign, to step down.
Oh, this has been great to see too.
Yeah. Why? Because.
How old is she?
She's 70. Yeah. So that Joe Biden can appoint a Supreme Court justice, and the suggestion is Kamala Harris.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. So there is no introspection. If the result is she lost, but she should be.
It's not going to happen.
No, that's I don't think we're going to see much Kamala ever again. That would be
I think Kamala's gone. The only person more gone than Kamala is Tim Walz.
Facts. Kamala's going in the background. It's done.
Tim Walz.
Well, I was going to say Obama. Obama has lost his mojo, man.
I mean, Tim Walz is the forgotten answer to a trivia question you will be asked in 5 years.
Actually, I gotta push back on that. I think Obama is still gonna run it because OBZ is a fantastic politician. He's a cool guy. It is what it is. He's still gonna be. He's the kingmaker, man. He's the kingmaker, man. Let me tell you something. The only Democrat that could have beaten Donald Trump, actually, there's two. Two Democrats could have beat him. Barack Obama, number one, not even close. Barack Obama would have destroyed Trump because Barack Obama has charisma and he's smart and he's good at finessing. It is what it is. We just got to give him that. Bernie Sanders, them two. Those are the only two Democrats who would have beaten Donald Trump. That's it. That's maybe Michelle Obama, maybe, but it would have had to. It's a lot of maybes. Obama and Bernie Sanders, them two. So Kamala was put on a crash out mission, which makes me slightly feel bad for Kamala because I'm like, damn, she ain't that bad. Her party let her down. They put her in a 100 some day campaign to save a dying ticket with a dying man. It is what it is. Get in the likes, get in the super chat, man. Send the super chat. Let's go.
You will not be able to remember who was the running mate of Donald Trump's opponent in 2024.
But he was always a laughable, ridiculous figure. Obama has truly lost. He is eating so much crow. He has destroyed his kingmaker powers. He's done for. He's going to just go off into the sunset with the other guy they're blaming, which is George Clooney. The two of them will be off on a yacht somewhere.
I'm Steve Ducey. I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And
All right, let's take that ish off. The fact remains is that they broke it down pretty well. So this was the right wing platform. This was Fox News. Let's see what another person thinks. By the way, like I said, like the streams, get it popping. Let's go.
Shown us why they definitely should not. So liberal women have once again shown us why they definitely should not be in charge of the country. They are absolutely deranged lunatics. And they're doing something called the 4B movement. Now, this started in South Korea because there you can actually divorce your wife if she becomes liberal. And that is the greatest gender gap that we are seeing in any Western country. It's across all Western countries, but you see men there being extremely conservatives and women rushing towards head first into the wall of liberalism, I guess. And so with this 4B movement, they are refusing now to have sex with any men. They are shaving their heads, and even some are advocating to have hysterectomies, and they're not going to have children or raise children.
All I have to say is good luck getting laid.
By the way, this is my first time seeing this. Y'all viewing this as I view this. Absolutely ridiculous.
Especially in Florida, because me and my girlies are participating in the 4B movement. That's my next plan, and I'm dead fucking serious.
Donald Trump is president, and I think all women should stop having sex for the next 4 years, in protest and protection of your bodies. As we know,
baby girl, I don't think you got to worry about that. I don't think you got to worry about guys having sex with you. Let's go.
if that little baby inside you gives you any trouble and you need an emergency healthcare, you're fucked and you're gonna die. I think that is sufficient enough reason to stop having sex. Don't you agree? This vote wasn't a vote for Americans. This vote was for men. And unless we want to become the handmaid's tale, then us women need to protest because
Like who's dealing with you? Wow, the
This is
arrogance.
some buttery bullshit. I'm sorry to the women and minorities who aren't going to get the help that they need in the next 4 years. I'm sorry for the people who are impoverished who are just going to keep dying from starvation and lack of healthcare and lack of governmental support. People are actually praising this guy, and it's a freaking joke. Look at the states he won. You won't catch me there. You'll catch me in New York City. And I'm sorry to all the women who are going to suffer in these bumpkin ass, small ass little towns because of this. Reason why I'm a New Yorker and always will be. Fuck Florida.
I'm gonna be honest, I was very blindsided by the results this morning. I've decided that cigarettes don't count today.
My thing is, before all this, like, okay, okay. My thing is, you are usually like the lady before, the woman before. You are in New York. How does this affect you, man? How? When it comes to abortion laws, it's usually handled by your state. You're in the state of New York, one of the most liberal places in the entire planet. You'll be fine, baby. You'll be fine. Everybody else in the state that restricts abortion rights, they can go to a state that's closer or in some retrospective that they can be able to get as many abortions as they can. It's not like it's a national ban, right? And it wasn't stated that way, right? You can freely drive or head to another state, or you can what's even better is you can campaign and vote to get the official, usually the governor, out of the politics in order to get your governor in, meaning your state elections are more important than the presidential one. But that don't matter. It is what it is.
And I honestly might go get a tattoo. But I also have decided that for the next 4 years, I am going to abstain from schmex with men. And funny enough, I actually just broke up with my boyfriend a handful of days before the election, and it had nothing to do with the anticipation
You did him a favor. He's winning right now. You did him a favor.
of Donald Trump winning this election. It had everything to do with problems within our relationship and massive differences between who we were as people, which was unfortunate and sad. I wish him well, though. But yeah, as a woman, my bodily autonomy matters, and this is my way to exercise sovereignty over that. So I highly encourage any other women that are single, and care about progressing women's rights and still fighting for our bodily autonomy, to do the same. Delete your dating apps, because we can come together in community, and if you need somebody to cuddle or hold your hand or give you a kiss, I bet you one of your girlfriends would do it, okay? And you don't even have to really be gay.
So they're pushing lesbianism in order to attack Donald Trump. So we're pushing a gay agenda to fight Donald Trump.
Okay,
Fantastic.
it's okay to have a lot of platonic love for the next 4 years. I think we can look to South Korea and the 4B movement as a point of inspiration for us.
The first question I'm asking everybody in my life,
The straight up delusion. Let's
from
go.
this moment forward, who did you vote for? If I get anything aside from Kamala, get the out of my face. I am done, honestly. It costs me $0 to cut people off. And in this economy, I'm taking all the free shit I can get.
Woke up this morning feeling spicy. You guys feel spicy? Because I do. All right. I don't know how to use this thing. Let's see what.
Guys, let's just keep it real. This is mental health. This is like the stream again. Get the super chats popping. You know what I mean? Get the super chat going crazy. Again, this is mental illness, y'all. This is mental illness, man. These are people, and I mean this in the most respectful kind way, that have not gone through a lot, that are triggered by an election of somebody who doesn't affect their lives any way directly, that they're spazzing out on social media. They're crashing out on social media. for an election that does not affect them to such a high degree, to a minimal degree, actually.
Heavens. Is this cutting off hair? I'm gonna have to cut it shorter than that. Buzz it down, right? I think that this is too. It's getting hair. Let's see here. Maybe I gotta cut it. There we go. Have I given up on America? Yes. Also given up on coloring this hair because, right? Fuck coloring my hair. Fuck having my hair be long and luxurious. Fuck all that shit. Fuck being skinny. Fuck being hot. Fuck being all the things that the patriarchy wants us to be. Because clearly, they don't give a shit about us. And I'm talking to you too. Those of you ladies who have the internalized misogyny required to do what you did. The minorities who are so scared of a woman in power that you'd rather.
Isn't it kind of fun watching the goofballs a little bit? I think it's kind of fun, right? You know why I think it's fun? It's a lot of fun because it's fun seeing these people who are so lost. They're absolutely lost, and they think they're fun. They think they're the majority, and you know why? You know what? What it is? They think that they're the majority because their algorithm does that. It's the algorithm, guys. It's the algorithm. So this woman right here thinks she's correct because her algorithm on her TikTok has put her in such an echo chamber, in such a silo, that she believes her point of view, her lifestyle, everything, her whole group chat is the world. This is why I'm always about go outside and touch grass. You have to go outside and touch grass, y'all. You cannot be somebody who's terminally online. You cannot be the person who's only talking to people like you because this woman believes that majority of guys are cool with this. They're okay with this. They approve. Not only do they approve of this is the right thing to do. These are called silos. These are called echo chambers, man. That's why I showed y'all a liberal outlet like the Young Turks, and now I showed you a conservative outlet like Fox News, and now I'm showing you a center right outlet like Melanie King. Why? Because I do not want to be in a silo, bro. I do not want to be, of course, I have my personal views and biases. I do not want to be like this woman. I don't want to be the type of person who looks at one point of view and nothing else. Let's go.
Cozy up to the white man, just in case some crumbs fall off his plate, so that you may eat from them. Yes, scraps. I don't know how to work this thing, but I'm on my way. I'm gonna figure it out. Let's just do some cutting. You know why? Because this is taking too long. Here we go. Short hair we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're cutting it off because fuck you. That's why. You think I'm crazy? Me too. Crazy. Just like all the women before.
At least she's kind of conscious of her being crazy, but like, why are you doing this on social media? That makes you look even more crazy.
For me who are crazy. So
Like, why are you doing this on social media? That makes you look even more nuts.
fucking crazy. You know what? It's been a day.
There's a reason she's doing this for validation. Let's
It's been a
go.
year. It's been 9 years, 8 years, whatever it may be. Around this time, 8 years ago, it's one of the worst times of my life. That's when my life fell apart. Not because of this. Don't get too excited. I'm just talking about regular life stuff I talk about on here. But trust me, I understand. I've heard the message loud and clear. We all have. Now,
You know the craziest part of this, and actually the most depressing part of this, is that this woman definitely has amazing coochie, but she's not. She's not. Let me make this perfectly clear to all the fellas, all the guys listening to the show. Stay away from women like this, man. The poom poom ain't worth it, man. The 15 to 30 minutes of fun ain't worth it, man. It's absolutely not worth it. This is not the woman you take serious, man. Maybe a one night when you just having fun. One night as a mistake, that's it. Do not deal with women like this. I'm sorry. Women like this are absolutely toxic and they're borderline demon possessed. It is what it
all
is.
women are going to have to just refuse to participate. Sorry, if you're a man, I will not be responding to you. If you are a man, I will not be talking to you. I am going to be promoting
You did us a favor. Thank you.
the 4B
You
movement
did.
from here on out.
You did us a favor.
I don't care. Better scissors. My hair. Cutting it all off. Probably painting a target on my back here, but whatever. At least I live in a state right now that has all of our rights still. And we voted out Brandon Williams. Fuck that guy. Back to Texas. From whence he came. We also voted yes on Prop 1, which will codify.
Guys, I've actually switched. At this point, if a woman is willing to do this and show herself as crazy, we won. When I say we won, I'm thankful. If you gonna show yourself as a crazy bitch, thank you. You doing all of us a favor. You showing us we're not going that way. We're not going that way. We're going this way. We're going the opposite. We're not going that way. That's where you at. We're going the other way. F out of here. Did she doing community service? Let's go.
Into law some equal right protections in the New York State Constitution. So we did that at least. I don't know what the other fuckers are doing, but I don't know, man. We are embarrassing on the world stage. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. Seriously? Oh, I've never had short hair before, ever. It's kind of fun. All right, I'm just going to keep chopping away here because this is literally going to take forever if I don't. Cut all the hair off. You know why? I'm not going to dye it anymore. I'm going to try and grow it out anymore. I'm not going to style it anymore. Fucking done. I will not be giving my money to the beauty industry anymore. I will not be giving my money to anyone that helps support misogyny and the patriarchy and keeping women down and making women think that we need to look a certain way or be a certain way or fuck you. Fuck you. Women, fucking stop dating men. Stop having sex with men. Stop talking to men. Divorce your husbands. Leave your fucking boyfriends. Leave them. They don't give a shit about you. And I promise you, come over to this side. I will bake cookies. I will shave your head if you want me to, depending on how this turns out. Do a little more trimming before we buzz it. Where's my chop it? Cut my hair before. It's like, oh, don't cut your own hair.
Like, what about this lady makes you think that, wow. What about this lady makes you think that this is not mental illness? At this point, I just have to laugh. It's funny, dog.
When people tell me I can't do something, then I want to fucking do it. Just entering my middle-aged mom era. About to get the clippers out.
By the way, if you don't know what the 4B movement is from South Korea, where women are saying they will not do four things: have sex, procreate, um, get in relationships, and something else with men. It's a South Korean movement that moved to the United States because Trump won. So women are on a sex strike. Every woman you originally did not want to have sex with, yeah, that woman is on a strike. So women, let me repeat this, that you did not want to have sex with are on a strike. Third time's a charm. Women that you did not want to have sex with are on a strike. You did us a favor. You did us a favor. And these are TikToks of them expressing that. You did us a favor. Let me tell you something, man. Women who are actually attractive, women who actually have common sense, women who are not swayed by a presidential election that has zero effect on your life, them women is the winners. Now we're gonna watch some more losers. So I'm gonna play through the losers. I'm gonna laugh. We're all gonna laugh. We're all gonna have fun. We're all gonna like the stream, and we're gonna send your boys some super chats. So send your boys some super chats. Let's have fun. Let's go.
Like when I told you they're deranged, I mean deranged. Like do they actually think anybody's going to miss them or care or want to be with them? They actually think that this is hurting someone other than themselves. Like no one cares. If you want to stop being a whore and spreading your legs for every Tom, Dick, and Harry, well, good for you. Then you won't need all of the abortions that you are fighting for because you won't be having all of these unwanted children.
Wow, fantastic point. If you stop spreading the legs and letting guys nut in you, you've kind of fixed the abortion issue because there's no babies to abort.
children and letting a guy go raw dog in you in the streets. And it's funny, listen to what some guys have to say about it.
You know, I'm hearing talk of this 4B movement because Trump won the presidency, right? My thing is this. Oh no.
By the way, this is the first time I'm watching all of this. I love it. I love this video. Shout out to Melody.
No, shiver me timbers. You know what's so crazy? We've gone so far left that we've come back around right. Isn't that crazy? Women are saying, you know what? We're not going to have sex with any of you anymore until you
That's called abstinence. Yes, it's a right-wing position. It's actually a Christian position, even a Muslim position, even a Jewish position, to not have sex with men until you have substantially had enough connection or heading towards marriage. That's it. They went so left they became right. That's crazy.
treat us with respect. Let me get this straight. You had to have a woman lose the presidency for you to stop sleeping with men unless they show you respect? Is that not hilarious to you? We're not going to have sex with any men until y'all start treating us like human beings. Y'all was sleeping with men that wasn't treating you like human beings? We're not having any children until marriage.
Conservative.
Y'all were having children before. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Who are you telling? We've been asking y'all to stop being hoes for years. We've been asking y'all to stop being hoes for years. And it takes Kamala Harris to lose the presidency for y'all to say, you know what? We're closing our legs until we get some respect. All right, if that'll do it.
Well, that's the truth. But here's the real thing. They're still gonna do it. They still gonna do the ish with ain't shit niggas, man. It is what it is. The more ain't shit you are, the closer you are to just doing your thing. It is what it is. So whatever sex strike they're on, that's a lie. It's called a lie. It's called cap. Ask me how I know.
I think it's so ironic how liberal women and women who voted for Kamala are saying that for the next 4 years they're not going to sleep with another man. I find it so ironic because at least then you won't need an abortion. It took you Donald Trump to get in office for you to stop being a whore. See, things are already starting to change for the better.
Damn! Oh, shit. Emotional, damn it!
I mean, I think this is the way forward. I agree with them. I think they should continue this. I think they should completely be deranged, shave all their heads, get hysterectomies, probably mastectomies, double mastectomies, do everything they can to make themselves as unattractive as possible and remove themselves from the dating market. I know men will be celebrating that they
No, we're gonna celebrate that. We're gonna celebrate that. We're gonna have a lot of love for that because we don't want negative, toxic, trash women in the dating market, man. If you are negative, if you're toxic, if you're, I'm speaking for me. If you're super liberal, I'm happy you're out of the market. I'm happy. I'm happy because here's the facts. Here's the facts, right? Men, for the most part, like traditional vibes, man. For the most part, we like traditional women. We have traditional values, right? I'm talking about the men in this era. I'm talking about guys like me. I'm talking about guys in our situation. We respect that, man. We like that, right? And when you're offering a situation where you're not that, unfortunately, you'll get left behind. You get left behind. And the fact remains is that women are more traditional, more nurturing, more feminine, are always going to win from the other side. These are facts. These are not even, these are facts. Talk to him. Talk to him, Mel. Talk to him a bit more, Mel.
continue this. I think they should completely be deranged, shave all their heads, get hysterectomies, probably mastectomies, double mastectomies, do everything they can to make themselves as unattractive as possible and remove themselves from the dating market. I know men will be celebrating that they don't have to deal with crazies like this. And meanwhile, women who are sane and normal, they are responding like this.
I have a public service announcement to the bitches behind the 4B movement. Not one man is losing sleep over the fact that you don't want to have sex with them, that you don't want to procreate with them, you don't want to date them, and you don't want to marry them. In fact, the entire premise behind the 4B movement is a future without men. The same men that fought for our country, the same men that have built our roads, built our bridges, maintain our vehicles, truck our stuff from point A to point B. They don't want to touch you. In fact, they don't want their gene pool polluted with your left-wing nonsense bullshit ideology. Because if you had a deserted island with one man and 1,000 women, we could repopulate the planet. If you had that same deserted island with one woman and 1,000 men, we would go extinct. Kind of like what would have happened should the DEI dipshit on the Democratic ticket made it into office, because World War III was on the horizon.
Guys, if you haven't heard, I have
major facts. The fact remains is that we're in a society right now, we're in a vibe right now where we are so cool with disrespecting just men in general, but just disrespecting tradition. Disrespecting tradition. I'm not gonna say men. I say disrespecting tradition, where we'd rather just throw things that we grew up with in order to sustain the nonsense. Every single woman in that video was deranged mentally. And any rational male knows not to procreate with her, knows not to have sex with her, knows not to do anything with her. Period. Man, when you see a crazy shorty, man, what you gotta do is you gotta go that way, man. Not this way. Yeah, that way. These are facts. These are facts that I'm saying. And what's happened in our society is that we've rationalized the irrational, y'all. That's it. That's it. So what am I gonna finish off with? We're gonna finish off with some fun. Y'all ready to have some fun? Like the stream, like the video, man. In all honesty, I gotta say, I wanted to see the Cash App popping. I want to see the Cash App popping before I leave, man. Before I leave out here, I need to see the Cash App popping. But let's talk about some hip hop. Again, I'm giving y'all 10 seconds to get that Cash App popping. Send some money up. Send some bread up. I've been giving y'all great content tonight. Send your bread. Send that money. I'm giving y'all 10 seconds. I'm taking my sips. And my thing is, I'll say this. I'm gonna say this. Anybody who sends me Cash App, if you send the Cash App, I'm gonna take a shot. I'm taking a shot. You send the Cash App, I'm taking a shot. We're gonna give this 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Y'all got 10 seconds. Man, I'll give it 20. 20 seconds to figure it out. Y'all got 20 seconds to figure it out. Actually, you know what? You know what? No. I won't even give y'all 20 seconds. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Follow me. I'm gonna do this. Not even 20 seconds to follow up. Hold on. I'm finna have some fun with y'all. Finna have some fun. Get in the super chat. Send your boy some gualo. Send your boy some money, man. We having fun tonight. We having some fun tonight, baby. Uh, uh. We having some MF and fun tonight, bro. Y'all come rock with your boy. Get in the super chat. Get in the super chat. Send y'all super chats. I'm out here giving y'all good flavor, giving y'all good knowledge, good vibes, good everything. Appreciate y'all. Send y'all super chat. And if you cannot send the super chat, if it's too much for you, at least like the stream. Get your boy up to 10 likes. Goal is 10 likes. Goal is 10 likes. Shout out to my boy Daniel in the chat. Mm, mm. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this track, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Y'all got this much time. Let's go. Can you stand the rain? Can you stand the rain? Facts. Can you stand the rain? Can you stand the rain? Ain't no super chats came in. All good though. But I'm happy that y'all are here. Y'all vibing with me, man. We're gonna go to our last one before I head out. And I love these night streams, man. I'm saying this.
I know chicks.
I love the night streams. Why do I do this? Because it's fun. I be vibing. I be having fun, man. Interacting with the chat and talking about real things that I want to talk about. A lot of people don't even have the privilege of being able to live stream. They don't have the privilege of being able to speak to an audience who rocks with them continuously. When I say continuously, I mean that there's people who could be doing all type of ish tonight, but instead of doing whatever you doing, you decided to come rock with me and not rock with y'all. And I'm having fun with y'all, and we having fun together. We're having fun together. And guess what, man? You know what? F it. F it, man. F it. I'm gonna take a shot right now with you, man. If you in the chat right now, tell me you taking a shot. I'm gonna take a shot with you. I'm gonna take a shot with you because we deserve this. This is a Saturday night. You know what I mean? Right now on the East Coast, it's midnight 28. Like you could be anywhere else, but you decided to come rock with me, and I'm honored and I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I could go with no super chat. Of course, I'd prefer one, but I could go with no super chat, and I'm happy. I'm happy that people were willing to spend any type of time rocking with me. You could have done whatever, but you rocking with me, so I'm rocking with y'all. The fact remains here is that we are taking a shot together. We are vibing together. We chilling together. I'm gonna talk about my last story or my last post for the night. But the fact that y'all are willing to come rock with me, y'all willing to come rock with your boy and have some fun. We're having fun tonight, man. We're having fun. So I'm gonna do this. We're gonna take a shot to good times, good memories, good energy, and good everything. Much love. Let's get it. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That hurt like an MF. But you see what I'm willing to do for y'all? I'm gonna say this. Right? I look back and I'm like, damn, man, you came far, man. This was like about 3 years ago. I remember when I had 10 subscribers, man. Like I literally had 10 subscribers. Right? Same with this, man. I have about 3 people on my live stream right now. Let me be real with you. If I stay consistent and I do what I have to do, this is gonna be way more in the future. So at least I appreciate y'all for even being here at the beginning. Because this is the beginning. I started live streaming earlier this year, meaning like around March, around May. I'm not doing what I plan to do, but I will plan it and I'll get more organized. I remember years ago, I had 20 subscribers. Right now I'm at 1,593. Right? It was a grind. It was tough. It was rough. It was a lot of bruh, I had to work so hard. I, I'm not special. I could have done more. I could have been more strategic. I could have done better. I could have done so much more. And my problem was the reason that I didn't get to where I was supposed to get to as fast as I got into is I wasn't as thankful as I wasn't as grateful. I was so focused on the numbers, meaning the metrics I had to get a YouTube partnership, that I neglected some of the content quality. You know what I mean? I neglected some of the parts of it. You know what I mean? I was not thinking about the bigger picture, y'all. I was not showing love. I was not showing the appreciation. I was not falling in love with the process. So when I say I want super chats now, I say it because I have to advocate for myself, man. I also was not advocating for myself. I wasn't. I wasn't campaigning for myself. I wasn't. Meaning there were times where I should have not just bigged myself up, but it marketed myself or at least talked about myself in the sense that to provoke and evoke emotions, meaning that there were times where I was cooking it with fish grease when I should have said, y'all send a super chat. Send y'all super chats. I should have said that, but I didn't. I didn't want to press on people. I didn't want to disrespect people. But in a way, I was disrespecting myself. I've put in so many hours of content right now. The least I could ask for is super chats to support me, to support what I'm doing, to go harder on the materials I have to broadcast, for my time, being compensated properly for my time. You know what I mean? A lot of times I neglected that. So when I ask for y'all to support my program, to support what I'm doing, it's not an ask because I'm not giving y'all what you need. I've been giving y'all what you need. I believe it's the least that you can do. Irregardless of that, the fact remains is that I'm still gonna give you what you need. Whether I get one super chat, whether I get nothing, I'm still gonna give you what you need. Cause I'm not Kai Cenat, I'm not Speed, I'm not Aiden Ross, I'm not none of these guys. I'm just me. And I'm appreciative for y'all rocking with me. You could be anywhere else, but you're here right here with me. And I'm thankful. And if you listen on the back end, I appreciate you for listening on the back end. You could have done it, but you could have not done it, but you did. And I appreciate that more than you know. You know? But the problem is sometimes you don't want to advocate for yourself because you don't want to be rude. I'm not doing this to be rude or disrespectful. I'm just doing this to keep it real. I'm keeping it real, y'all. I put in so much work. Y'all don't even know the work I put on the back end. But doesn't matter. It really does not, because at the end of the day, the work is going to come to the top. You get strategic, you move things around, but what matters at the end of the day, the work. And I'm putting in the work. We're 2 hours and 19 minutes deep. Send the super chats. And if you don't want to send the super chats, or if you're not there, then smash that like button. Smash that like button to support your boy. Because it actually goes a long way, real talk. It does. So I'm gonna play my song one more time. We're gonna go to the last topic and I'm gonna head out. But I'm gonna play this one more song again because I love it. It's like crack. It's like crack to me, bro.
Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me.
Those right now. If I hit you up, it's gonna go ghost right now. Don't do it to me. 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 Love that track. This isn't this.
And here recording this.
No shit smooth in here, right? So whatever you say.
You know, check. Long story short, don't do it to him. Don't do it to him. We have some people going ghost. Let's go. Last topic of the night. We're gonna have fun. We're not gonna do 3 hours tonight. We might do 2:30. We're not doing 3. Mm. Okay. I don't know what's going on right now, but we're gonna get it fixed. We're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done. Shout out to Chick Smooth. Shout out to my boy Chick Smooth. Let's get it. Let's get it.
No Chid Smooth in here, right? So whatever you say,
you know Chid gonna have everything up there.
whatever you say, Chid's gonna be on YouTube with it, man.
As we've covered recently, Young Thug is out of jail, but that does not mean he's a free man. He's still under 15 years of probation, and today he took to Twitter to test the limits of what he can say and do, as he would really quickly post and delete a tweet that said that him and Gunna are not actually friends. Wack 100 would give his take on it, and DJ Academics would go on Twitter to give more background and detail and context surrounding the relationships of Young Thug, Lil Baby, and Gunna. What's up, y'all? It's your man Talkless World reporting for the Chick Smooth channel. We gotta talk about this. Young Thug tweeted, "Gunna, stop acting like we friends on the internet. I don't know you, my guy." And then immediately deleted it. But before he was able to do that, Wack and a bunch of other hip-hop blogs reposted his tweet. Wack posted it on Instagram with the caption, "Business is business, I've been telling y'all. Thug not doing no folding." DJ Academics will see those tweets and inform us that even though Young Thug made sure to get specific permission to be able to collaborate on music with Gunna, he's choosing to not do that because he still feels a way about how the trial played out. Academic says, quote, "I've been told y'all, Thug told Dirk, Baby, and a few other rappers that Gunna was no good while he was incarcerated, meaning it ain't no way he can come back out and justify rocking with Gunna when he told people not to rock with Gunna when he was locked." He continues, "Thug originally wanted to drop on Gunna release date and was gonna have Baby and Dirk as features. Those features didn't end up on his project, but he literally sent the message to them saying, quote, I don't F with that dude, and I want to drop on his date." Young Thug didn't end up dropping on Gunna's date. He would continue, "Thug had to carve out communicating with Gunna in the plea deal because there is business still to be done. He has Gunna in contracts that aren't completed. If he was barred from having any communication with Gunna, that would have given Gunna a legal out in trying to get out of that deal." Still predict Young Thug to say he was hacked in a few, but how many times he's gonna tell y'all he don't rock with Gunna before y'all believe it? Then DJ Academics will give a little bit more background and more specifics on the types of deals that Gunna and Young Thug are signed to. Quote, "Most management deals or even production deals have been voided by the person who is the manager or label who was legally mandated to be available to the person they signed a deal with going to jail. Trust, I know hella people who got out of deals when niggas got locked. That stipulation usually comes in when the person you did a deal with is unable to carry out their duties. In that case, jail, but also..."
Okay, so let's rewind back. Ultimately, Gunna don't not Gunna. Let me get this right. Thug don't rock with Gunna, man. Thug hate Gunna. He hates him. Hates him with his core. Okay. Hates him with his core. Okay. But keep in mind, Gunna is signed on a Thug. Right? So, Thug, in his best interest, has to keep Gunna around. Okay. Okay. Meaning that Thug cannot tweet some ish like that. What DJ Academics is saying is that whatever Thug has to do, Thug has to make sure that Gunna is still cool. Because Thug needs Gunna. Why? Because Gunna is one of the best rappers, hottest rappers in the streets right now. Gunna has surpassed Thug, bro. So it is in Thug's best interest, Young Thug's best interest, to keep Gunna not only on a leash, but to keep Gunna at least as a friend, like strategically. Let's go.
Would be applicable if there's a court mandated order banning them from communicating or working with someone. Also, remember way back when I predicted that it was a tense situation with Gunna still being on YSL 300? And remember I mentioned he might go to Atlantic? Ironically, he didn't have to do anything. YSL 300 got merged with Atlantic Records and TK Projects to make AMG, Atlantic Music Group. So Gunna's only.
So here's the thing that's happening in the music industry. The music industry, especially the hip hop music industry, is consolidating. So when it's consolidating in the business and the corporate world, it means that it's combining. Usually that means that they're not doing well. They're not doing well, meaning that this is not a winning ticket. Okay, so let me rewind that again. That means the hip hop is not doing what it's been doing in the past, meaning that the acts have to come together in order to make money, meaning that, again, in this context, Young Thug needs Gunna. Gunna was trying to dip. Gunna was trying to get out. Young Thug just got out, so he needs his cash cow. The cash cow is Gunna. Gunna is the guy.
The option to leave YSL would have been to Atlantic Records, but now YSL is part of Atlantic Records regardless. Young Thug had to make it clear to the court that he still needed, business-wise, to work with Gunna and communicate with him, so he couldn't be legally barred from doing that. But maybe he doesn't understand how much of a microscope he's under. For the next 15 years, he is not a free man. Those other 20 years are still over his head. At any point, they can choose to violate him and he'll have to set up for the rest of the 20. Do you think this was the best way for Young Thug to get out his message? Or do you think he was just hacked? Let me know in the comment section. Peace.
Well, I'll make this perfectly clear. He was not hacked. I think that he wanted to let that message out. He wanted to let that message out because he don't rock with that guy. Meaning he doesn't rock with, meaning Young Thug does not rock with Gunna. He just doesn't like that guy. This ain't rocket science. He don't rock with that guy. He doesn't. And even Young Thug's brother called Unfunk, he said the exact same thing that Gunna did. Meaning that I think Thug is picking and choosing. Thug is picking and choosing because Thug has to understand that Gunna is his biggest artist. Gunna is the cash cow. Gunna is the talented rapper here. And it might sound controversial, but I think Gunna more talented than Thug. So when you have your cash cow in the building, you have to show him a certain level of respect. Not even respect. 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 Not even with T. Respect with a C. So this is a bad look. This is a horrible look. Let's finish off this and I'm gonna
was
head out.
incarcerated, meaning it ain't no way he can come back out and justify rocking with Gunna when he told people not to rock with Gunna when he was locked. He continues, Thug originally wanted to drop on Gunna release date and was gonna have Baby and Dirk as features. Those features didn't end up on his project, but he literally sent the message.
But when Gunna did his own solo project, it was amazing. A Gift and a Curse was amazing. Business Was Business is not as good as an album as A Gift and a Curse.
To them saying, quote, I don't F with that dude, and I want to drop on his date. Young Thug didn't end up dropping on Gunna's date. He would continue, Thug had to carve out communicating with Gunna in the plea deal because there is business still to be done. He has Gunna in contracts that aren't completed. If he was barred from having any communication with Gunna, that would have given Gunna a legal out in trying to get out of that deal. Still predict Young Thug to say he was hacked in a few, but how many times he's gonna tell y'all he don't rock with Gunna before y'all believe it? Then DJ Academics will give a little bit more background and more specifics on the types of deals that Gunna and Young Thug are signed to. Quote, most management deals or even production deals have been voided by the person who was the manager or label who was legally mandated to be available to the person they signed a deal with going to jail. Trust, I know hella people who got out of deals when niggas got locked. That stipulation usually comes in when the person you did a deal with is unable to carry out their duties. In that case, jail, but also would be applicable if there's a court mandated order banning them from community.
So in this situation, again, what DJ Academics is saying is that a guy like Young Thug, who has Gunna signed on a management deal or maybe a production deal, we don't know the relation. Since Young Thug himself went to jail, he went over here, and Gunna also went to jail. He joined him over there, but Gunna, well, okay, yeah, let's be real. He snitched his way out. The money the Thugger is getting is attached to Gunna. You see what I'm saying? This is Thug. This is Gunna. Right? So the money the Thug is getting over here is related to Gunna over here. So it's advantageous business wise to be cool with Gunna. Advantageous. Why? Because Gunna releases great music, and Gunna is a great artist, and Gunna he releases a fuck you mean fire track, chart topping track, and Gunna has that in him in general. You feel me? So when Young Thug released that tweet, it was messing up the mirage. Now keep in mind, I think Gunna and his squad, they're tuned to that. They know the Thug don't rock with him. So what's gonna happen, I believe, is a lot of drama, a lot of BS, a lot of nonsense. But here's what I'm saying. I want this to stay on wax, my bad, on tracks. I don't want it to go outside of the booth. And it looks like it's going there. Let's go.
Communicating or working with someone. Also, remember way back when I predicted that it was a tense situation with Gunna still being on YSL 300? And remember I mentioned he might go to Atlantic? Ironically, he didn't have to do anything. YSL 300 got merged with Atlantic Records and TK Projects to make AMG, Atlantic Music Group. So Gunna's only option to leave YSL would have been to Atlantic Records, but now YSL is part of Atlantic Records regardless. Young Thug had to make it clear to the court that he still needed, business-wise, to work with Gunna and communicate with him, so he couldn't be legally barred from doing that. But maybe he doesn't understand how much of a microscope he's under. For the next 15 years, he is not a free man. Those other 20 years are still over his head. At any point, they can choose to violate him and he'll have to set up for the rest of the 20. Do you think this was the best way for Young Thug to get out his message? Or do you think he was just hacked? Let me know in the comment section. Peace.
Hey, respect again. It could go either way. For me, I think that at least based on the narrative we got at the end, I think that Young Thug has to make things right because his big money earner again is Gunna, because he's getting a percentage of Gunna's earnings. Now, what Gunna should do is, I believe, if your manager or your boss is disrespecting you, Bear, you got to get the F out of there because he'll never respect you. If he's disrespecting you in the front street, you got to get out of there. But there's contractual obligations. So you got to do what you got to do. Fill out your contract and cut. So let's hear that last question.
I know Chiggs is in here recording this. To set up for the rest of the 20. Do you think this was the best way for Young Thug to get out his message? Or do you think he was just hacked? Let me know in the comment section. Peace.
Okay, so let's be real. He was not hacked. He came out of jail for the past 2, 3 years. He was just being real. That's why he deleted it right away because his lawyers and his team was on his bumper. Irregardless of that, I look at it like this, bro. You Young Thug, your best interest is to keep things fair, keep things accountable, and do not mess with the apple tree, bro. Young, let me tell you something. Gunna is on the street ground. I think Gunna can even go higher. Gunna can go higher. He can. But when you alienate and disrespect him, you messed up yourself. It is what it is, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, vibing in. Most of this will be on my Patreon. Some of it will be on my YouTube membership. Irregardless of that, I want y'all to type in, tune in, okay? Appreciate y'all. Much love. 5-star on Apple, Spotify, any other podcasting platform. Love and appreciate y'all. I'm out. Appreciate y'all. Episode 92. 8 till 100. The 100 piece, it's going to be special, and we out.